Alright, for example 1, we need to evaluate the following by hand. In A, we've got 3 over 5, and that's all being raised to the negative 4 power. There's a couple different ways to do this one. Let me give you just one method here. And remember that this is really 3 to the first over 5 to the first power. Often a really good idea when you have just a base, like 3. Put a little 1 there in the exponent position. That'll help remind you that we need to multiply the 1 by the negative 4. You never multiply a base by an exponent. That just doesn't work. You're going to multiply exponent by an exponent only. The negative 4 also needs to be multiplied down here by the 5. So this is 3 to the negative 4 over 5 to the negative 4. If we want to simplify this, and we really should, we should go ahead and move this base and the exponent to the other side of the fraction, so that would go in the denominator, and then the exponent becomes positive. Also 5 to the negative 4 needs to move up to the top, and it needs to become positive, the exponent does. So now we've got 5 to the 4th over 3 to the 4th, which would probably be an acceptable answer. However, it's nice when you have numbers to go ahead and actually do the math as a final answer, or the arithmetic. So 5 to the 4th is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. That is 625. 3 to the 4th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which should be 81. So your final answer here should be 625 over 81. There's another way you can do this, where if you have a negative exponent being applied to a fraction, you could go ahead, and this is just an alternate method here, you could just go ahead and flip the fraction and then make the exponent positive, and then apply the same thing here, like a 4 times 5 to the first, or the 4 times the 1 rather, would be 5 to the 4th, and then 4 times 1 here would be 3 to the 4th in the bottom. So you're kind of at this stage, and you can keep going there, but that is something that you can do if you want to. In part B, we don't have a negative exponent. We do have a rational exponent up here. The 3 over 4 is a rational exponent. One of the things that you ought to do is you ought to take this base and see if you can rewrite it with the lowest base possible. So 81, right away, our previous example, we know that 81 is 3 to the 4th power. So if we rewrote 81 as 3 to the 4th, it would look like this, and we're raising that all to the 3 over 4 power. Remember that your power of a power rule, you're going to multiply those two together. So 4 times 3 over 4 is just 3. 3 to the 3rd power would be 3 times 3 times 3, and that definitely would be equal to 27. So you don't even need a calculator to do these. Some of them work out really, really nice, like this one, where if you take that 81 or whatever number appears here and rewrite it, oftentimes with the lowest base possible, that can really help you simplify these, and sometimes it kind of works out nice like this. With this next one, we can't really rewrite 1 over 4 with a lower base just quite yet. But what we can do is think about this as 4 over 1 in the denominator, and this is going to be 4 to the negative 1 power. And this is going to be negative 5 over 2 here on the outside as well. Now we've got a negative 1 times a negative 5 over 2 with our power rule. So this is going to be 4 to the 5 over 2 power. 4 can be rewritten as 2 squared, and we're going to raise that to the 5 over 2 power. 2 times 5 over 2 is 5, so this is 2 to the 5th power. 2 to the 5th power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16 times 2, or just 32.